All right, team, we're gonna be doing a big old ham steak on the griddle today. Got little fried potatoes to go along with it, just in time for Easter. You're gonna stick around for this one. Cooking with CJ, the show about cooking, drinking, barbecue, and all the other stuff that goes along with it. I'm gonna show you how to make quick, easy, tasty recipes and have a little bit of fun along the way. So let's get this party started. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooking with CJ. I'm CJ. Welcome to my backyard. So glad you're here. Listen, Easter is coming. Not everybody wants a big old Easter feast on Easter, but they want that traditional ham. So instead of making a big old ham on the smoker in the oven, any of that stuff, I just got me a nice ham steak that we're gonna griddle, and I'm gonna level up the flavor by making a little Chipotle honey butter. I'm using a little of this maple Chipotle rub from Pit Boss. Add that, some honey, some butter, get that melting, get that ham steak on the griddle, start heating it through, brush on that Chipotle honey butter with a little bit of maple in there. We're gonna level up the flavor on that ham steak for sure. First thing we're gonna do though is get some potatoes on there. I love some fried potatoes with the ham. I've already sliced up the potatoes, got them in some water. These are just small potatoes. I sliced in half and then sliced to 1/8 inch kind of slices. Not perfectly 1/8 inch, you know, but you get the gist. If you wanna get them as even as possible, you bust out the mandolin if you want, but I just wanna slice them and dice them and get them on the griddle. Got little onions to go along in there, some butter, salt, pepper, garlic seasoning from Pit Boss 2. Nothing left to do really, but let's get started on this one. It's a really easy dish. It's gonna come together relatively quickly. Let's fire up this Pit Boss and let's get started. We are on the griddle right now. I have the 3 right burners on, about medium heat, and then I have the far burner off, and that'll be our warming station. First thing I'm gonna do is start melting some butter on here with our Chipotle rub and our honey. We got 1 stick of butter in there. We're gonna add a couple tablespoons of honey in there. Next up, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of this Chipotle rub. Guys, you can use kind of whatever sweet heat rub you got. I just figured this would work pretty well. We'll go ahead and set this off to the side, let it melt. We're not too concerned about it right now. That'll come up. We're gonna work on the potatoes and onions. So first thing we're gonna do is lay down some olive oil, get our onions on. I'm gonna let these onions saute a little bit in the oil, and then we'll add the potatoes in there. Right, onions are working. Add a little bit more olive oil for the potatoes. And you can see these have been drained and dried off. They have a dry potato going on. I'm gonna spread them out, get as much on the surface area as possible so we get them all nice and crispy. Once we got a good kind of fry on these potatoes, and then we'll add the onions. Add a little bit more olive oil. Let's go ahead and season them up. Give a little to the onions too. And to help these cook along, we're gonna shut our lid, build some heat on the inside. Come on back in a few. Let's give it a look. We've given it a couple minutes under there. Give them a mix. I'm gonna go ahead and incorporate the onions into the potatoes now. Guys, you can put more onions if you want. I did about a 1/2 cup of diced onions. I wasn't too worried about having it too oniony in there. It's more just a little accent flavor. Gotta tell you guys, I love some fried potatoes on the griddle. You guys hit that thumbs up if you agree. And I level it up just a little bit when they're about done cooking. And I'll show you that in a hot second. We got everything kind of mixed around, got all the seasoning on there. Let's go ahead and shut this down and give it a little bit more domed cooking so those potatoes get cooked all the way through. All right, let's shut it down and get some heat on there. All right, let's give these a look. See how we're doing if we're crisping up on the bottom? And that's what we want right there. Get all that goodness. Get nice and golden brown. Love it. Okay, potatoes are looking nice. Here's my level up. Got about a 1/2 stick of butter in there. Gonna go ahead and let that melt. We'll close it down, give it a 30 count, and then we'll go ahead and start mixing it all together. Team, I usually always finish my fried potatoes with a little bit of butter. It really adds to that flavor at the end, and it's something you're gonna definitely wanna try, especially on the griddle here. Gonna let that melt, like I said, for a 30 count or so. Mix them up again, move them over to the warming side, and then we'll start cooking up that ham. What do you say? Let's go. Give it a nice 30 count. Time to mix them all up together. See what I'm saying right there? Oh, get that extra pat of butter. Can't go wrong. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna move all these potatoes to the warm side. Then we're gonna start that ham steak, and there's still gonna be some of this butter remnants in there. Just all helps it kind of meld together and get all the good flavors. Love it, guys. Go ahead and move our butter, our honey butter over. We're gonna move the potatoes over to the warm side. They're gonna finish cooking up over there. They're more or less done right now. I'm gonna let them kind of just chill on the warming side. I did turn it on the low, so we still got plenty of butter over here. Some seasoning. Get that onion out of the way. Let's get that ham steak on. There we go. Gonna let that go for about 2 or 3 minutes. Potatoes are looking nice. Go ahead and give this a quick baste with our honey butter, Chipotle honey butter. And what happens is when I flip this over, the sugars and the rub and the honey are gonna start caramelizing. Add a great color to this. Let's give it a flip. Go ahead and start basting this side. All right, we're gonna give it a couple minutes and then we'll flip again. We'll keep flipping it back and forth until this honey butter gets caramelized. But we're looking good right now. All right, time to flip this bad boy over. You can see it caramelizing along the side there. All right, for the next couple, 3 minutes, we're gonna baste, let one side cook, flip, baste, let the other side cook, and then we're ready to pull this off. Time for another flip. There you go. That's the color we're talking about right there. We'll get the other side looking that way. Another minute or so, and we'll be good to go. Give it another flip. Just like I said, nice and caramelized. Lovely. It's time to get this bad boy off. Potatoes are done. I'll get this built up and cleaned up and we'll give it a shot. I don't know about you guys, but that is a meal fit for a king. We got our beautiful ham steak, nicely caramelized with that honey chipotle butter. Got our fried potatoes, meat and potatoes. What more could you guys want? All right, it's all plated up. Let's cut it up, get a bite of it. Y'all, we're done. Got me a nice bite right here. Got a little ham, got some potatoes. You know it's gonna be good, baby. Guys, that ham, so good. Buttery, sweet. Got a little twinge of that chipotle in the back. Mapley, sweet, love it. Those fried potatoes are perfection. Having these griddles make it everything easier in the cooking realm. Clean up on these griddles and snap some water, wipe it down, you're good to go. I highly recommend you guys check out these Ultimate Griddles. I can't say enough good things about them. Guys, check them out. I'll have links down below to Pit Boss. I'll put the links down below for the barbecue rubs if you guys want to get the Pit Boss ones I used. Again, you guys can use any kind of salt, pepper, garlic. You can use any kind of maple, bourbon, little sweet heat, whatever, right? If you guys want to get any of my knives, cutting boards, merch, all that good stuff, all down below too. If you guys want to become a show producer like all these lovely, fabulous, awesome people, hit that join button right next to that subscribe button that you should have already hit. Other than that, we are done with this one. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.